idea. So once we rolled big boulders and we blocked the road so that we could, and some woman came, so we moved the boulders, let her through, and then about 20 minutes later, a deputy showed up, and he's like,
Hey, you can't do that.
I'm like, one car in all that time when it came through. PR much.
How about Deb, have you heard?
Are you ready, Michelle? We live yet?
I am, and I don't see the other two.
Okay, Patricia is definitely not, she texted me.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a quorum.
All right, I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We have roll call, please.
Yes.
Commissioner Ansargi,
Here.
Commissioner Rushton is absent. Chairman Bonning,
Here.
Commissioner Wessel,
Here.
Commissioner Sotomayor is absent with prior notice. Commissioner Rettenbach,
Here.
Commissioner Lautner.
Present.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. So then that would bring us to public comment. If you'd like to have public comment, please call 231-256-8109, 231-256-8109. And then we have the purpose of the meeting would be discussion of potential action. We'll move on with that. The call that's coming in the next couple of minutes we've taken. So the first one would be approval of minutes. We have a list here of them. Commissioner Ansari.
I would move to approve the minutes from the regular session, June 16th, 2020, the executive board session of December 8th, 2020, and the public hearing of December 15th, 2020.
Support. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, the same sign. The motion passes 5-0. So then that would then bring us to, then we would move on to approval of claims and accounts. Commissioner Watt.
I would move to approve claims and accounts $183,673.65.
Support.
All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, the same sign. The motion passes 5-0.
So, if I may,
Go ahead.
we had plenty of time to ask all our questions before the meeting, so thank you to the opportunity to answer all of them. Thank you.
Well, I guess, did anybody else have any other questions then? No. All right, thank you. Thanks for that explanation. All right, then that brings us then to approval of budget amendments and fund transfers. Commissioner Lautner.
I would move to approve amendment number 20-021 and 20-022.
Support.
Any questions? All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, the same sign. The motion passes 5-0. So then we move on then to the, is there one other thing? Wasn't there another?
Yeah, potential resolution,
Yes, okay.
and I can give you an update on that. When this agenda was approved, there still was debate whether the state would extend open meetings for 2021. That did occur, signed by the governor. So between now and March 31st, we can continue to do business as we have been remotely. And there's some provisions that may change March 21st, but we can talk about that later. Matt Norford will be here on January 5th to give us an update on the Meetings Act and the changes that have occurred. So at this time, there is no action required. There is no need for a resolution.
Any other questions or statements? So then again, that would bring us to public comment. If anyone had public comment, please call 231-256-8109, 231-256-8109. And while we're waiting for anyone to call in, we have commissioner comment. Please, yes, Mr. Answer.
Thank you. As this is my last meeting, I just had some very quick comments. I want the public to really understand that I have been very impressed and very gratified with the professionalism of the employees here in Leelanau County. We have some excellent people working in Leelanau County, and they're doing a fantastic job. And I'm not sure the public really sees that every day, but sitting here and listening to the department heads come in and explain their situations and problems, I just want the people to know that they are very fortunate with the quality and professionalism of the employees here in the county. And if you got to see a peek behind the screen like the commissioners get to see, you'll see that, these people really do work hard and do a very professional job in it. We've had some little hiccups here and there, but for the most part, the people do a very good job, and they're very good with the public. And we don't have a lot of the problems that you read about in other counties. And that's a tribute to the good leadership we have in the department heads and our county administrator. There's a reason he's the longest serving county administrator around. And I know who really does the work, Laurel, so thank you very much. It really is a quality thing. And for one last parting shot here, I would like the commissioners to keep in the back of their mind when you're looking at staffing. If you look at staffing on a per capita basis, how many employees we have for the number of people living in the county, I would urge you to take a look at that for the clerk's office. I think the amount of hours that people are putting in is just excessive. It is really excessive. And, at some point it's gonna start causing problems even more so than it is today, as far as burnout and, people just saying, it's not worth it, I'm gonna retire. We got some excellent people and I'd like to hang on to them as long as possible. So that's just my 2 cents. When you're looking at it in the future, take a look at a per capita basis compared to other counties, and you're going to see that, I think we need to look at the clerk's office just based on the number of hours that people are working. So that's my 2 cents on that. If we look at the commissioners themselves, I have been very pleased and fortunate to work with the various commissioners in my tenure here. And, everything we read in the paper and stuff, things get blown out of proportion. But for the most part, the commissioners do agree. And I think every commissioner here has the best interests of Leelanau County in the back of their mind all the time. Now, occasionally we're going to disagree, and I know that I have disappointed every single commissioner here at some point when I disagree. And that's okay. We can disagree and still be good commissioners. And I appreciate the effort people put into it. I think every commissioner really does care about Leelanau County. And if we keep that in our mind, yeah, you're going to get mad at with this commissioner, that commissioner moving forward on a particular issue, but keep in mind that they do have the best interest of Leelanau County in the back of their mind. And we can disagree without being disagreeable. And for the most part, we really do get along. If I look at each individual commissioner, And I'll start with Melinda. I am just in awe of how long you have put up with people like me. So, just for that alone, thank you.
Thank
You know, you look back so many years, I don't know how you put up with people like me and all the little headaches that come up with being a commissioner. You know, I don't think people really realize how many phone calls we get
This is true.
and, you know, people complaining, and you can't please everybody all the time. That's just the way life is. But I thank you very much for you know, I don't know how many times I've sat here and said, what happened in the past, Melinda? And, you know, she will have the answers because she lived through those things. So there is a big, you know, I appreciate having that expertise around. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Peachy, I blame you for me being here at all. If you hadn't made that one little comment at one point in time, along with John Stonick encouraging me, I probably would never have even looked at being a commissioner. So thank you, but if anybody has complaints, it's all your fault. Patricia, I know you're not online right now, but I really admire your community focus. You've been involved with so many different things. It's all about the community for you, and I do appreciate that. Thank you. Ty, you are an educator for life. I appreciate, you know, your looking at you're a lifelong learner, and that's, you know, and that comes through, and I've learned so much from you. Thank you. Thank you. Deb, I know you're not online right now, but I hope you get a chance to listen to this. You are the ultimate professional. I really always admire your professionalism and the way you approach your duties, and I probably should have been more like you. Thank you. Will, last but not least, I thank you for in this job. You know, it's like herding cats. You got, you know, all these different commissioners with their different personalities and their different priorities, and you have been nothing but fair to everyone. And I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Tony.
Commissioner West.
Well, it's my turn to say thank you, Tony, and thank you, Peachy. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I respect you both. Thank you.
Well, and that's what, I would have to say that too. It's been a true pleasure and a learning experience for me just to be here. You know, you all work so hard at what you do, you know, and you come prepared, and I really appreciate that. It makes doing this, running this much easier. And I just think once you've said it, you don't need to say it 4 more times, but we all do it. And I just thank you though so much for being here and for taking the time, because we know it's a commitment, as you well know, from all of us, and especially from you. You know, I just thank you, Peachy, and I thank you, Tony, very much.
Thanks, boss.
Thank you, Tony, for serving. You know, before the meeting, you shared with us that you had kept track of your hours and calculated that you made approximately $3 and something.
36 cents an hour.
$3.36 an hour for serving your constituents in Elmwood and all of the citizens in Leelanau County. And I don't know if you took into account, you know, the phone calls that sometimes can be lengthy, that you kind of just have to hold the receiver out here for a little while because those happen. But thank you.
Thank you.
Well, and seeing no extra.
Peachy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I just want to say that again, that it's been an honor and a privilege to work with all of you. And I'm very grateful to the constituents of District 6 for electing me. And I think you should have a great successor following me into office. And it's a comment on Tony's words and the quality and professionalism of the staff is really, really important to the work that the commissioners do, and the support that they offer us is immeasurable. And thank you, Tony, for answering my call.
Any other comments? I'm sorry, I should ask that. All right, seeing none, then I would say this meeting's adjourned.